Baby, grind on me. Relax your body, take your time on me. You're slow dancing, take your mind on me. You're slow grinding back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bubba-doo. So like Fred Sanford. Bubba-doo, bubba-doo, bubba-doo. Grind on me. Could you grind on me? Nah, see what? It's late night on the grind. On me. All right, man. Go ahead. Mike. Coming through with the father-son podcast. Skin color ain't the only thing that gonna contrast. Put each other on blast, but in the end we gon' laugh. Spitting game is the aim. Same, but different if you pick the name. Mike and Mike. The number one father and son podcast in Stockton, California. I think in all of Northern California. This is the M-I-K-E and M-Y-K-E on the M-I-C. What it do? How y'all doing? What's up? What's good? And we're back.
Thank you.
We are back.
Thank you.
So how you doing, man? What's good? How was your week?
Man, my week was great, man. The grind, though, this week, man, it was crazy. I mean, we stepped it up, man. My body. People think, man, because I work out every day.
My body. Your body.
I don't never get sore or
it's burning up
or anything. And I'm like, man, you know what? I get sore. I get tired.
You should stop bending over so much.
Yeah, I know. And got to stop that. But anyways, don't drop the soap in the shower.
All right.
Yeah, man, I feel good though, man. We had a good workout this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, man, I'm feeling good. I'm adding some things to my workouts, man. Just doing some different things. You know, like I said, I got some new clients. Been training them. They're looking good. They're feeling good. They're finally figuring it out. You know, it takes time. You know, Rome wasn't built overnight. You don't gain weight overnight. It takes time to lose the same weight that you gain. You know, and just different things jumping off, man, for me. What about you, son? What's going on?
Man, work was cool. Did a lot of like welding stuff. I mean, I'm a welder, but I'm saying like,
aren't you a welder?
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't understand. There's different steps and process to the art form or business, but yeah, just doing a lot more welding than putting stuff together.
Okay.
And then, so that was cool. It was hot. Yesterday was my homie Zach's birthday. He passed, and so has his daughter.
Happy heavenly birthday.
And his daughter passed as well. So they had the service yesterday, and I went through that. It was just like, you know, I mean, it was a sad thing, but it was beautiful, you know, to see everybody there and they're just, you know, show support. And, you know, I saw Dallin and a lot of us, and we're just so, like, you know, bummed out. We don't ever want to be back there again for a long time, right. You know. And there's not just Nova and Zach who passed, but other people, you know, like Matt, his father passed too, you know, through that time. Yeah, I told you that a while ago.
A while back, yeah.
But, you know what I mean? So there's a lot, you know, it was just, you know, looking at your purpose, you know, looking at how to move forward, you know, be strong, be appreciative, things like that. But to go on, you know what? Matter of fact, too, I'm gonna put. You can get like a jersey, like a thing to support too for the family. For Amanda and SJ. I bought one. I'll put the flyer up right here. That's what I wanted to say too about that. But then also in other, well, that's media. But you know why I was singing Pretty Ricky? Mike and Mike, Mike and Mike.
Why?
Pretty Ricky had the versus B2K yesterday.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. So yeah.
So
I watched a little bit of it.
Go?
I watched a little bit of it last night, and then I watched a little bit today before.
Because I mean, they had hits, but it wasn't that many.
Who?
Hits. Both of them.
What do you mean?
Like, you know, to have enough for verses.
I got new shoes on my ride.
Yeah, I'm
rolling down 85. And if you don't wanna beat it up, well, damn it, I'm beat it up.
So how was the verses
my body,
that you saw?
Your body. I don't know the words, but I know the words. What'd you say?
I said, how was it though?
Everyone always said it. It was just like, yo, B2K is like the shit. Like cause you know, they did You Got Served and the dancing and stuff, and they were very hot at one point. You know, like they were almost like, people were like thinking they were almost gonna be like the next NSYNC and shit,
right.
You know, and then they had all those problems and broke up, Omarion and all that.
Right.
But, you know, they even said that B2K had like kid songs because they really were like kids. Where like Pretty Ricky kind of was like, you know, they're like 18, 19, you know, they're a little older, you know what I mean?
They had them little nasty, dirty sounds.
Yeah, but the thing is, this is what I'm trying to say, man. Like everybody in my time when we were in high school, these were the songs that we were like hooking up to, you know what I mean? So like I literally remember it. Like that was like, everybody was like, oh, this is perfect. Because it was like, it fit us. Like it wasn't like too grown and sexy, and it wasn't too immature where it was like too nasty. Like, yeah, they were like, they get kind of raunchy, like what they're like, I'm licking whipped cream from your body, baby.
I like how you threw Immature in there.
Who?
Yeah. Immature, get it? Immature was the group.
Yeah, I know. No, yeah, I know. Omarion is the cousin of Marcus Houston.
Right.
Immature. IMX, they changed their name.
Yeah.
My first time. But anyway, the thing is, what I'm saying is like, yeah, they don't have as many hits as you would think, but like there's some like hits, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like they really like their first two albums were fucking fire. Like especially that first one, there's like, that's like a non-skip, like right there.
Okay.
And like there's like almost every one of those songs, like you could, man, like it had a vibe and a feeling. And B2K just didn't really have that. Like it was just like where, like, you know, and then Pleasure P could sing way better than Omarion. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it was just like, so he even cut the music off a couple of times, you know, and it was just like, I sound like Myra, because, you know, Omarion, he gets a pass because he's a better dancer, you know what I mean? And he's moving around a lot, but
they don't, you know, they got,
and how much choreography you going to do in a battle, you know what I mean?
They have to enhance their voices, man, on the...
Yeah, and so like they only really, so then Omarion tried to do his solo shit, but then people forget that like Pleasure P had a couple like by himself too, and then he did features for some people too, so he's pulling them out, and people were like, oh, this is fire. So that's why I was just like, damn, bro, like they got washed. Everybody's like, bro, they got washed.
It was over.
Yeah. And then those guys, and it goes again to show about how groups are made and done. Like, not saying Omarion, those guys weren't his homies and they ain't cool and stuff, but these guys like made that group together and grew up and knew more of each other. You know what I mean? Where like Omarion and them kind of came together, I believe. Yeah. And they're Omarion, like a Pretty Ricky's really like a real group. Like how they put things together. Same thing like with the Locks versus Dipset. Right. They're supposed to solo acts who are in a rap group where like the Locks are like a group, like, you know what I mean? Like they rapping each other's like bars and like can go off of each other on stage.
They've been together for so long.
Yeah, they know
I can do a riff, and then all of a sudden I can follow up with it.
Yeah, or he's gonna add something or gum. You know what I mean? Like,
so how did they ever say how Pretty Ricky's name came about?
Yeah, I can't remember, but there's a video of it right now. See, I probably should hook up my phone, you know what I mean, to this, but it won't visually. I guess I could put it on here and then show us or whatever, you know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I guess why you always, because it was from like something I think you knew.
No, I don't. That's what I'm asking you.
Oh, I thought you like because you heard of a Pretty Ricky back in the day. Or something.
I just know. Yeah, well, we used to just. What we used to do is say, hey, that's a pretty motherfucker over there. And I don't know if they took it from that.
It was something like that.
You know,
from like, yeah.
Hey, you know, it would be dudes, but be like, that's a pretty motherfucker, you know, instead of handsome dude or whatever.
Pretty Ricky. That's a pretty Ricky is what you'd say?
Yeah, that's a pretty motherfucker, you know.
Yeah, it was something like that. You want me to? I can look it up and then put it up on there and stuff. It's just gonna take a second. It's not gonna take too long.
That's how, you know, that was back in our day, man. It's, you know, when Soul Train and everything was on, man. Instead of, you know, you had some rugged motherfuckers, you had locking dudes, and then you had handsome cats and them. But then you had that's a pretty motherfucker, like Prince. Prince is a pretty motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So that's where that came from our day. But I don't know if that what they meant when they said Pretty Ricky. You know,
you don't remember? No, so this is it's from him, from that movie, Pretty Ricky. Look.
Do people call you Pretty Ricky in the streets? No, all the time. Hey, I didn't know that group Pretty Ricky. That's why they named it.
Oh, okay. That's what's his name.
I swear I did not know that. I was at some concert.
I can't remember his name. He's the one who played Joanna Man.
Front row, and they said, and they jumped off stage and ran down, and their father came running out, and they said they literally announced that's how they saw the show, and that's why they're naming the group is called Pretty Ricky from that character.
From that character. What character was it? Pretty Ricky.
Yeah, he's a pretty motherfucker in the show. Whatever it was, I forgot. But anyway.
Oh, right here.
Who knew this band name was based off a character from the TV show Martin?
Oh, Martin, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky. See? That's how we did it, like that. Instead of Martin saying pretty motherfucker, he just said called him by his name. They go Pretty Ricky. But yeah, there it is right there, man.
Mm-hmm. No, they said it was from like something they saw on TV or like listen to some music or some shit. Yeah, and it's like to describe. It was like to describe like a certain type of vibe or whatever that they were.
Old cats be like, "That's a pretty motherfucker over there, boy."
Pretty Ricky. Pretty Ricky.
Okay, so what we got now? What we moving on to, man? We got to get out of Pretty Ricky, man.
Why, man? No, but speaking of music, man, and speaking of Fred Sanford, like how you were saying, remember there's that song. So I was watching, just random shit on fucking online, and there's a very famous singer back in the day who used to do old time school, like what's his famous John Travolta? Not John Travolta. What the fuck? Frank Sinatra. Yeah, Frank Sinatra. Where the hell is this damn song? I wish you would remember some of the stuff we were talking about.
Found out that it was a Michael Jackson.
And Michael Jackson went and sung it again. Yeah,
Johnny Mathis.
Johnny Mathis. Thank you, sir. Yeah, so
Johnny Mathis.
Yeah, and I just found that really crazy because then he sung that song. Damn, why can't I find any of this?
He came back. Johnny Mathis, man, my mom, I'm sure how old Johnny Mathis is, man. Johnny Mathis he's still living, right? He's still alive.
Johnny Mathis is still alive.
Still alive. He was a crooner. They called him crooners back in
there you go. Days. Crooners, what you were saying.
And my mom's like, she loved him, but she would say, man, I think he's a little, back in the day, they would go like this, and then, something up with him, right?
Yeah.
But he could,
sugar in his tank.
But he could sing, man. The dude could sing, man. He was one of the most famous singers. He had crossed over probably before a lot of other people had ever crossed over. But he had a comeback with Denise Williams.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've been listening to it all freaking week.
He came back with Denise Williams, and what is the song, man? It's a big song. They made an album together.
Yeah.
And that brought him back, man, where people that...
Too much, too little, too late.
Too much, too little, too late.
Too much, too little, too late
to ever fall in love.
To lie with you again. Too much, too little, too late.
Yeah. That song. So that was a popular song, but they recorded an album together, and that brought Johnny Mathis back into the scene, man. And he got a lot of recognition, a lot of younger people at that time.
And the Michael Jackson song was the Love Never Felt So Good, the posthumous song that Justin Timberlake and him sung. And people were like hating on it, and you're thinking like, oh, is this like some new song? But it wasn't. It was just their revamped of that.
Johnny Mathis.
So yeah, it was just like a lot of like music stuff like that. I've been just like on. So like I've been listening to like the Pretty Rickies, Johnny Mathis, Dorothy Moore, I'm
Dorothy, what you know about Dorothy Moore?
Whiskey Blue.
You don't know nothing about that, boy. That's way before you, son.
And then Evelyn Champagne, I'm in love. Because you know why? Eric the architect, he did that like a new beat, and I had that, and then so I'm like, oh, I know that song. So then I started like watching the original.
I'm in love.
Oh, and shout out to YG, the Gentleman's Club. It's a pretty good album. I'm enjoying it right now. Features from Pusha T, Isaiah Falls, Sasha Keeble, Tyler the Creator, Shoreline Mafia, Absol, JID, Buddy. There's some nice things up on there. So go ahead and check it out. Yeah.
So we're into music.
Oh yeah, go ahead and shout some more stuff out. I mean,
But if we're into music, can't we do our transition to our...
Oh yeah, and hey, and talking about music, before we do that, I got a new song out right now. Go check it out.
Go check it out.
Damn, man. Ever since that last one, shit has really changed for me. I don't feel the same at all. Who knew betting on myself would really pan out? Yo, I kika, get my good side, you heard?
I'm taking a chance. I'm following plans. Meet my demands. I'm paid in advance. The best in the land. Can't do what I can. They doing my dance. The word of my hands. I'm taking a chance. I'm following plans. Meet my demands. I'm paid in advance. The best in the land. Can't do what I can. They doing my dance. The word of my hands.
Who gonna be the one to get me like I got me, huh? Got a lot of problems, never met one that I've won from. If I turn back, then I'll never know. What lies inside may never show. The path is never paved in gold, but at this rate, it's inevitable. Damn, I feel amazing. The hairs on the back of my neck keep...
Yeah, man. It's again. I put it out for yesterday for Nova and Zach's day, and especially Dad. While I was there, they would come in to find out like why it's so significant, like why they had the ceremony on that day. There's a lot more that came with it. So go check it out. It's called Chance, featuring Dialect. It was the one song we never put out. We both didn't push it to a side and didn't make it a priority, and then we didn't have enough time until he passed, and then now hopefully people will enjoy it. If not, I mean, I kind of did it. Did it for me. You know what I mean? It made me feel good just to have that out there, even if no one listens to it. If I'm just the only one out there bumping it, I'm just appreciate that I put time to put something together, an album cover and a little AI video to just look back every now and then and think and look
something that you can take with you, have in your heart the rest of your life. That's good.
It's
awesome.
And things that influence me are other artists, and that's part of our Mount Rushmore. Of who is the Mount Rushmore of artists that inspire you?
Or artists that you would want to sit down with.
Sit down with. Yeah, but that's pretty much what I said, like what it would be for me. Because it'd be the same people, like to sit down with, and then...
So mine's different.
All right, go ahead. You go first then on this.
So these would be the... Go ahead.
Mount Rushmore.
Okay. We're back. No. My top Mount Rushmore people, these are artists that I would like to have if dead or alive, that I would like to have a sit down conversation with. Maybe even have them on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? James Brown. Hey. I mean, James Brown, man. People, man, looked at James Brown, man. That was the godfather of soul.
Yeah.
And you know why? James Brown's birthday is May 3rd.
Oh, yeah? And you guys got the same birthday?
Same birthday, man.
I had no idea about
May 3rd. And I just thought, man, my parents back in the day, man, when they had parties, they get drunk. And you be in the bedroom and stuff, and you be listening. They pull you out when they get like in the middle of their party, and when they all drunk, and then they say, hey, they put a James Brown song on and have me, hey, we need you to dance like James Brown in front of everybody. Hey, so I'll be out there in my little pajamas. I'll be flooding, doing the James Brown. So I'll give me some potato chips and a soda so I can go back to my room.
But that was your entertainment. They didn't have YouTube and stuff.
They didn't have all that. So, man, they'd pull us out, man. Hey, do that little things y'all was doing last week that, they was hating on.
Yeah,
but when they drunk, hey, come back out here and do that shit. Right? So I'll be doing the James Brown, man. And, you listen to a lot of his songs, man. When I was, at one time I was dancing, believe it or not. I was locking, man. So we had a locking group called the Chump Change Dancers, man. And, we danced to Funky President. We came out doing the Witcher Way. People that don't know, man, hey, Google the Witcher Way. We was doing all that stuff, locking and stuff. And James Brown, I love to sit down, man, and because he was a perfectionist, man. That dude he was different. His beats was on different levels, man, and his counts was on different levels. If you ever been a musician, it's like 1, 2, 3, but he was on the 3. He was on the, different levels.
Traditionally, he would go against the grain of what would be like musically right. But he's like, there's a famous scene from the James Brown movie of, he calls all instruments a drum. Your trumpet's a drum, everything's a drum.
Right.
And then they would say like, hey, well, if he's going to be on the wrong time pattern. And he's like, does it sound good? Yeah. Does it feel good?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about, pretty much.
Yeah.
So James Brown,
So Prince would be another one.
Prince, yeah, okay.
Love to sit down with that cat, man. 'Cause Prince, he was the one artist that I never got to see live, and I was getting ready to go see him, and then that he was getting ready to that tour, and he passed away. Hey, Marvin Gaye. I would like to sit down and talk to him, man, about the transition that he made from just singing the regular Motown songs, and then when he went inner city blues stuff, and when he went that route, man, with the Black Power, the Black Pride stuff, man, and he was gone for a while. He was just disappeared, man. Then when he came back, it was a different Marvin Gaye, and that's the Marvin Gaye I want to sit down and talk to, man. See what was going on with him, man, and his life, for him to all of a sudden, man, to get that feeling, man, and just go so deep.
That sexual feeling. Know what's crazy about James Brown too? That always stands out with me because he died very early in his life, and
he died early.
Huh?
James Brown was like
not James Brown, Marvin Gaye. My bad,
okay.
my bad.
I'm finna say James Brown.
I said
was like
James
100
Brown.
years old.
I was literally thinking about Marvin Gaye. My bad. I tripped up when I said. But Marvin Gaye died. You're making me laugh because of the James Brown. But Marvin Gaye, there's a interview that he had, and Marvin Gaye sung some of the most sexual, beautiful love songs ever. You know what I mean? And they asked him like, "Do you think of like getting a wife or getting married?" And he just was like, "No." Never, like, no, I don't want it. You know what I mean? I just want to be free and just be out here. Yeah, like I was like how you said, like he would be a very interesting perspective to talk to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And here, my other top 4 will be Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
Because you got to remember, I seen Stevie Wonder when he was 13 years old, and he started that, man, and then he did a transition like Marvin Gaye. All of a sudden, man, he wasn't a kid no more, and he said, "Hey, I'm doing my own thing." He told Berry Gordy, "I'm not doing this no more." And the next thing he came back, man, with Fire, Superstitious, and songs like that, man, all those songs, man. And I was like, dang, man, this dude went deep, man, and he's still grooving today, man. So I would like to sit down and pick his brain and say, hey, man, when you transition, how did you figure that out? And how did you your music just totally changed. Then I had some honorable mentions, man. Michael Jackson, and then DJ motherfucking Quick. I gotta put Quick on there, man. Quick's my dude, man. If I could sit down with Quick, man, and pick his brain, man, because he had the gang roots that he had, associations that he had it with and everything. But being, to me, he started the shit, man. He was the number one dude, man, back in the day before all them other cats. And
there's interviews with DJ Quick
people
saying
forget that,
certain
man.
things that like he helped Dre with, that he created or was like an idea of his or something.
Right. California Love.
Yeah. I didn't want to mention exactly
California
what it was,
Love,
but
man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? How much, I'm not saying Quick's a liar, we don't know. Like, I mean, Dre does shout out Quick in certain things and saying how he's, great, and they've definitely done stuff. So yeah, DJ Quick's one of my faves.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And we always we went to see Quick all together
at the House of Blues before they knocked it down or made something new out of it.
Exactly. So what about you? What's your
Well, mine is pretty easy because the way I looked at it more is because it would be great to have all these different people, but then how do I know how great the conversation? Just because I like them all doesn't mean they will all like each other or get around. You know what I mean? So the one thing I would say is it's easy because these are my 3 favorite artists and people who inspire me. You know, who I would want to meet one day would be Jamiroquai, Pharrell Williams, and Tyler the Creator. That's 3 right there, like easy. Like if someone, I'd be like, I want to eat dinner and kick it, like just have a conversation. You know what I mean? Even like the thing is, I don't even expect any of these guys to like me, even if they were to met me. But if I had the opportunity, you know what I'm saying?
I don't like you, but I like conversating with you, so. I'm doing like you do me. I'm Fat Joe today.
You don't even watch it. You don't even have context.
But I'm Fat Joe.
You know what? I'm about to actually send you these podcasts so you can see
it every week, and I get nothing.
Yeah, because I'm like, the thing is, I don't want to do this work that you're not going to end up doing, and you're gonna be like, yeah, I watched it, and you watch like 5 minutes of it, and be like, no, I got it, I figured it out, and I'm like, that's not. You need to watch the whole entire podcast and listen. And I mean, really, I wish you would watch like a whole like 2-3 of them so you could see what they're bringing back on each podcast, like the repetitiveness of things that they bring up, because then that's how you build a culture. It's like what we're waiting for. Or we could say something like how they throw the flag or whatever. Like there's things now, your audience, you're not just building a brand, you're building an audience, and they're waiting for it, and how we come across it. And like, and then like, so like when you say something and you bring it back 5 episodes later, like, Dialect, because I remember I'm a part of that. I'm in this group. I belong.
Okay, well, we digress. Who's your other people?
God damn it. I was kidding.
See, I brought that shit back.
Yeah, but I would say, man, this would be my wild card. I guess Kanye, bro. I would bring Kanye and throw that shit up in there. You know what I mean? Like, but maybe not though, because like he would take over the whole thing, and then I'm like, I'm trying to get something out of this. You know what I mean? So maybe not him. I would probably say, man, it would be like DJ Quick, somebody like that. T-Pain, just because he's like a wild, like, you know what I mean? Like I've seen them on pods and they just kind of like, you know, they'll say what they want, you know what I mean?
Right.
Shit, Flavor Flav, I don't know. Lil Boosie, something wild.
Somebody like different.
Yeah, just something wild. But like those 3 guys I think would get along because they all kind of shout each other out and like say how they're all like influenced and love each other's work. And then I would just throw like something like or maybe like Nipsey Hussle, man. I put Nipsey Hussle up in there.
Yeah,
he's a chill dude, and he's like about business, but he knows about music. You know what I'm saying? So that would be
just about life, man. I would like to see, just talk to him about life.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and like his approach. You know what I mean? So I was just thinking about that. Like I saw someone with a marathon tattoo, and I was like, man, I want to get a marathon tattoo, bro. You know what I mean?
Just Crenshaw shirt on. Everybody's like, man, how do you got a Crenshaw shirt on? You out there, man? You gotta understand, man. I can maneuver.
I can weave and wob.
I can maneuver, baby.
Yeah, so that would be mine. Give us yours. 4 musicians that you would want to sit down at a table with.
Yeah.
And think about and try to give a reason why, maybe of like why you would have them together or why not, you know? Because, you know, to talk about people like influencing music, we got also the movie K-Pops we watched last night.
Oh, yeah, man. I almost forgot about that.
You really forgot to not remember?
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I love
like,
that
the movie starts off with whip it, baby. Whip it right. Whip it, baby. Whip it all night and let it whip. No time. Don't let it whip. That's the intro on it. And then they sing a duet like, I don't know what it is, what you doing. It's a crazy way. They had to get so weak in the knees, and I can hardly speak. I lose all control. My voice, I can't do it. I get so weak in the knees. Yeah,
but
amazing.
That movie, man,
knocks me right off my feet.
It's a great family movie, man. He did a really good job on that, man.
Anderson .Paak, he put a movie out with his son, so bringing the father-son bounce again into it. We were really shared, you know, in these moments, and not to take him for advantage. And I think he made a really good movie, man. I thought it wasn't just a movie to make a movie. I thought it had
a lot of meaning.
Yeah, a lot of meaning. He gave certain small people roles, big people roles to make it official. Even the K-pop. My dad's not even into K-pop, but he loves music and he can give it up and be like, yo, that K-pop, I don't know what the fuck they talking about, but hey, this shit was fire. Like, hey, they was dancing and shit. Like,
well, that's big. You know, so that's big too. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I enjoyed the movie, man. I really did, man, because I had seen clips and stuff, excerpts on, different, social media, and I was like, man, I want to see the movie. Then we forgot about it. Then all of a sudden he said, hey, man, let's watch. I'm like, dude, I want to watch that because, I've been seeing so many clips and everything, and it seemed like a real good movie, man, and it was. I really enjoyed it, man, thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I said, to me, it's a family movie, something that you can watch with your kids, man, and if they're a little bit older, man, they might be able to relate to that, man, because you know what, hey, sometimes, man, you have to be selfish in order to make it, and sometimes you gotta leave and come back together.
Yeah, and sometimes you got to sacrifice.
Exactly.
Sacrifice your dreams and your wants for the greater good of someone you love and you appreciate,
Or if you see more in them than that you have, because you might be able to give them more and push them more because they have the talent or they have the knowledge or they have the ability or whatever it takes to be there that you might not have. And you have to be able to see that. You have to mature and be able to see that. So that was a good movie, man.
Yeah, and then I like the animation in between. I think he probably even saved money a little bit, not having to get certain shots, because of the animation. But it also was cool to see the fun, like how you said, kids. Even now, a kid, a smaller kid, could be more keep their attention on the movie.
Right.
I thought that was real dope. I appreciated that. And, just all the music and sound. I started listening to some of the soundtrack. It's fire, bro. Yeah. It's Anderson .Paak. I love Anderson .Paak. Yeah. Maybe, hey, you know what? Anderson .Paak, you number 4. Number 4. Come take a seat with me, Jamiroquai, Pharrell,
and you can sit right here, man.
Yeah, man.
Join the podcast. Come on. Join the pod.
Man, I love it.
That'd be a great podcast.
Yes, Lord. Man, and that Asian chick.
Yeah, ooh. Fire.
Son, crazy work.
Fire.
She was thick. Yeah. It was
a good movie.
That was good casting.
Good movie. Speaking of movies, man, I saw another. Well, it was not a movie, but a series that I wasn't going to recommend at first because when I first saw it, I'm like, man, this is.
Oh, is this the 22 episode?
Yeah,
thing?
it's like a Tubi movie. I thought but it was on Netflix.
Yeah, they say Tubi's the future, man.
And I'm like, man, you know how Tubi movies are. But it was the third rated or third watch series on Netflix right now, and it's called Polygamy. It's a Polygamist, and it's 22 episodes, but the episodes are like 20-some minutes. Saw that shit in 2 days, man. It'll hook you. It's a good series, man, and they will become. I'm pretty sure the way they end it. They'll have a second season. They'll definitely have a second season to it. So if you guys are looking for something to binge watch, Polygamist on Netflix.
Polygamist. What's it about? You didn't even say.
Well, I don't want to get. It's a polygamist. You know what a polygamist is?
No, I don't, Dad.
Somebody that has more than one wife.
Okay.
And
polygamy.
Polygamy, yeah. But it's called the polygamist. It's the newest.
But okay, so what's the opposite of polygamy?
I don't know. You're Indiana University grad.
But
I don't know.
Polygamy. I thought that was being married only to one woman.
Nah.
No? That's poly?
Yeah. But anyway, so dude, man, he has he starts out as some little scrawny guy. It's based in Africa. Some scrawny guy, man, and this lady, she steps up and she protects him and everything.
Look, right here. Damn it. Polygamy is the practice of being married to more than one person at the same time.
Exactly.
So then, monogamy. See, man, I wish you knew words, man. That's what I was saying. There's an opposite word. Okay, monogamy.
Yeah, okay, but anyway, so I'm talking about this movie.
Polygamy. Yeah.
So, he meets her, falls in love with her. She protects him, and they stay together. He marries her. And then he goes away to some kind of college or mission or whatever, and he says, "I'm gonna be back." And da 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 da. Next thing you know, he's married. He graduates, marries some other chick, and then they have family. Then they start a family, and then he starts messing with other people, man. And he marries them in African tradition, so he's married to all of them.
But in Africa, you could do that though.
Yeah, but he marries them, but he doesn't.
And they don't know.
No,
Okay.
the other women don't know.
Okay,
and then they start knowing.
Yeah, okay,
Then they start knowing. Yeah, then they start knowing, and then they become. They all either become friends. Hey, and then there's some stuff in there. You'd be like, oh shit.
Would you want to marry more than one woman?
No, like it's hard enough being with one.
Yeah.
So to be married, I mean, and the thing is, who are we talking about time factors and stuff with kids and stuff? Remember, I don't know who I was talking to. And somebody said, well, somebody had we're talking about, what's the name with all the kids? The football. He used to play Cam Newton. He got 8 kids.
Oh, I didn't know that. He had 8 kids?
What? So who was talking to? I think it was Carlos.
Ocho Cinco?
Maybe it was Carlos.
It wasn't me.
Talking to me about that. And he said, well, I can, they all live with me. But the thing is, you can't give them all the same amount of time. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, if I have 5 wives, I don't give a shit who it is. Somebody's missing out. Mm-hmm. You're going to be more attracted to somebody down the road else. You want to spend more time. Maybe she's pregnant, maybe, whatever you're going to, no, they're not going to get equal time. And when people don't start getting equal time, it's tough. Mm-hmm. So that would be too tough for me, man. I couldn't do it like that.
You know what? It's so tough with me. I think I'm just gonna die alone, man. Oh man, no, because I just find it interesting, like because like we see all these shows and everything like that, like real, like and people get married to multiple women multiple times, things like that, and I'm just like over here, I'm like, man, I haven't even proposed, like I've never even thought to propose to a woman.
Yeah, well,
isn't that crazy? Is that like more of like our society? Like, am I another statistic? You know what I'm saying? Of people like not getting married and reproducing?
I just think your demographics and your age group, they're different than ours. And you can see it now, man. They're not about all that no more. It's not about it. You got to look at it. The population is down. That's why they're talking about paying people to have kids at this point now, because people are not having families no more and stuff like that. So it's different time and age, man. So,
well, do you think it's because the value of family is like dwindled in like our society in America?
I don't think it's just that, man. I think what I do. I just think people are more independent. They don't want responsibilities and stuff. They want to be able to do their thing, where before you get married and have kids and you got to, people think at certain age, I got to have this, do this and do that as a family. But now they're doing it later in life, or they're not doing it at all. You see a lot of women that don't have kids. You see a lot of men that don't have kids now. Some women don't never get married. Some men don't never get married. It's just different because they want to do their thing. They want to be able to go and travel and do the things that they want to do, have more adventures and stuff, and not having to have that responsibility, which, I understand. But then it comes to a point, do you want a family? And then by the time they want a family, can they find somebody that wants a family with them when they're older? It's different, and that's what people say, well, I'm too old. I don't want to have kids now. Yeah. So, you hit that point, or you get to that panic point, and then you marry the wrong person. You don't have a kid with them or whatever, but now you're going through divorces and trying to meet people. That's
why I think, at least I know for me, especially as I get older, looking at it, at first I was like scared, you know what I mean? Like, 18 to 24 or whatever about it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'm not ready. I don't know what the fuck's going on. As I get older and stuff like that, I'm looking at, okay, I just need to find the right person. You know what I mean? And then, but then I'm like, damn, bro, is it really it's not so much like it is the right person, right? But a lot of times, because like how you said, like the way you're talking about it, like these are responsibilities and things, and like, do people just like tough it out just for like the kids, or just not even for the kids, but just to have that thing of what's called a family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then they just go through it. But then that's what I'm saying. A lot of people, I think, see, like, when the people finally get past that finish line or whatever with the kids or whatever, then they're like, damn, I'm just with this person in this house I don't even really fuck with no more. You know what I'm saying?
So you got to look at the generations.
I don't want to do that. Because some, like you said, the older generation just stuck through it and just grinded their teeth until the day, or just learned to love this person. But then now, I think in your generation, people, like, when they get to that point, they're like, well, I'm not, fuck that. We already did that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, and then mine's like, I'm not even doing that.
No, I don't even want to have kids. I want to go do this and do that, and that's great. I mean, but like I said, you can see the population drop. Everybody knows that. That's a known fact. That's not something we're making up. It's just that today's generation, then then technology and the generations are different, man. People, man, that, you know, think about it, man. Some kids now, man, they don't have. Let me see. They want everything to come to them. They want it right away. They're selfish. You know, to have a family, to have kids, man, you're going to have to sacrifice. It's not about you anymore. And I don't think a lot of these younger people, they want it to be about them right now. And by the time they figure it out, they're in their late 30s, early 40s, and they're like, fuck, man, where did my time go? And hey, you're gonna find somebody that wants to have kids at 45 years old? It's different, man. So like I said, it's a lot of more people that's never been married now and not having kids than it was before, you know?
Yeah.
So with that.
No, I'm just I'm just hearing you, because then I'm applying it to myself. You know what I mean? Because I know you're not directly talking to me too. You mean I'm part of it, but also, like, there's other people. But, like, to me, like, I don't look at life like that, just because I'm like, this shit is so long. Yeah, it's super short. It's super. I think life is so long and so short. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like I'm ever running out of time. You know what I mean? Like, I know I am. You get what I'm saying? But I'm like, it's because I don't feel like I'm missing anything. There's nothing out there where I'm like, oh, like, yeah, there's certain things I want to do or accomplish or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But and I'm not, like, to me, it's like, especially with so many things that you wanted to go a certain way and they didn't, or even if you did get it, you didn't get it the way you wanted to get it. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't stress about some of those things of like, oh, I'm out of time and doing that. But also I'm looking at it like, if it never happens, then that's just what it was for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I lived my life a certain way, and yeah, that's going to go into it. But also, I mean, I believe in God, and like there's certain things that's just how it goes. You know what I mean? Like, there's some things you can't even write. That's what I try to tell people, because I'm like, say if you met the love of your life, right? And then you find out they can't have kids. Are you going to just break up with them? Or, like, you know what I mean? I know these are extreme things, but these things do happen. And you know what I'm saying? So I say with people, what do you hold, like, in higher regard? And, like, what's more important? You know what I'm saying?
You just got to look at it in a different light. But we didn't have them talking about none of this basketball stuff when we're still in the media right now. The Ball brother.
Lonzo Ball, man.
Not Lonzo Ball.
Oh, my bad.
See, are you laughing at me? But
no, because you're like, you said Lonzo.
I know, but I was meaning.
Okay, hold on. Let me set it up. All right. So there's a lot of things going on in the NBA right now. We just had the draft. AJ DeBonza, he got drafted first, you know, and it said a ripple effect. Giannis went to Miami Heat, you know, and that's what the first domino. And there's a crazy thing that just happened too, was LaMelo Ball just got traded for Nasri to the Timberwolves.
Man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, man?
I actually think it's cool. I think it's fun. You know, people are even saying, like, you know, this is just to keep Anthony Edwards interested and give him something. You know, this is just a gamble, and I think they believe in this gamble, this bet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's going to be fun basketball no matter what, and they're still going to go to the playoffs. I don't care what anybody says, unless someone really gets hurt or something like this. That's still a playoff team. You know, I don't know how good they're gonna. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but especially because they're playing small, maybe they make another move. Same thing. We're looking.
Make another move.
I mean, Lakers still haven't signed LeBron. Everybody's tripping out. Is he going to go to Miami? Is he going to Cleveland? Is he re-signing with the Lakers? Like, what's going on? Everybody's freaking out right now. But I'm like, I hate seeing all these like half-ass updates about it. Like, oh, there was a, you know what I mean?
But, then Reeves did sign back with the Lakers for what, 185, 184, 4 years.
Yeah,
with the option. And when you look at it, I saw somebody pull up some stats, and Luka and Reeves is not as bad defensively as people think they are.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're just not going to be a stopper.
They're not a stopper, but they're higher ranked than some of the people that made off defensive team. And people don't realize that. So when you go look at the real stats and where they were ranked at, man, they're not as bad. It's just the thing is you can't win a championship with just two guards. You have to have a big man. If they can go get a big man, they can re-sign Rui, sign LeBron.
And this to go on what you were saying, this is the thing with the Minnesota everybody's hating on. Look, LaMelo's never even been on a good team like that. So what happens if he's able to play a little bit better defense knowing that he has Rudy Gobert? You know what I mean? That's what like Amon Shepard was saying. Like maybe he got an extra power slide, you know what I mean? Maybe there's less things he has to do.
Team defense, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's not like he has great basketball IQ. Right. We know LaMelo has that too. So same thing with Austin Reeves and with Luka. Right. It's just like, bro, they have high basketball IQ. We can go get a big man who's really gonna, I'm sorry,
we get a big
DeAndre Ayton ain't working.
We get a big and another wing defender, man. I think we'll be all right. We'll re-sign LeBron and we got to re-sign Rui. We can't unless we get somebody that's gonna be better than Rui. That for me, you got to keep him. We'll see, man. But what do you think about the trade to Miami, man? With
Giannis?
Yeah, with Giannis.
It's just time. It's it's time to get over it. Giannis, and then I know I think Pat Riley's gonna do something else, get a trick up his sleeve. I think it's not easy, but you could get somebody to bring up the ball. You know what I mean? Get some shooters. Yeah, they're not going to be the elite ones, but you can go throughout the league and find somebody like that. And you got the most two athletic guys in the on one team, Giannis and Bam Adebayo. I don't care who anybody says. Those are the two most athletic, fit guys, in the besides LeBron, but he's old. You know what I mean? So he can't be as explosive as long endurance wise, but. I mean, come on.
I just get it. I just think the biggest fear is going to be is your depth, and you're going to need depth.
You're going to need a bench.
You're going to need a bench, and the thing is because those both of them are not going to play 82 games.
No,
you know that. So if you don't have a strong bench, which they're not going to have because you don't have the money, you don't have any cap room for it. Yeah, you can, like you said, you can sign some minimum guys and stuff like that. They could have a great top 6, maybe 7. But you still need real depth, and that's going to be the tough part. If anybody can do it, Pat Riley probably can. We'll see. We still have Jaylen Brown. I think Boston's still trying to move him. It's just going to be tough for him to come back to Boston, man, after all this bullshit, man. And the thing is, man, and when I look at it, remember, and I told you this too. I said, man, when Tatum comes back. This was Brown's team finally. Mm-hmm. They weren't supposed to be even in the play-in team. Mm-hmm. They were the number 4 team or number 3 team or something in the East. And
who?
Boston Celtics.
When?
This year.
They were the number 2 seed.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. They were like they weren't even supposed to be that high, and Jaylen Brown was the one. He carried them. And when Tatum came back, you could see he kind of got lost in that. And he expressed his feeling. And the thing is, I would too, man, because we were number 2 seed, man. I got us to the number 2 seed in the East, and y'all trying to get rid of me.
I mean, the thing is, it's still business, but at the same time, it's like, bro, I didn't tear my Achilles. You know what I mean? Right. Even though Jason Tatum's a year younger, I think, or 2, whatever, than Jaylen Brown, but it's just like I could see why, but they already put their flag over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They needed to split. I thought they was going to split.
Jason Tatum ever win an MVP? No.
Split it? No.
NBA? No.
And Brown won the MVP in the finals, right?
Yep.
So so they got to find somewhere for him.
They don't really. I think you run it back. Fuck that.
Nah.
Fuck your feelings, bro.
It's not gonna happen. I'm telling you, man.
If I'm the Boston Celtics, I'm letting Jaylen Brown do it on his own fruition. You know what I mean? Like him calling for a trade. I'm not breaking this team up and having the Boston city of Boston going like, bro, you get rid of JB and look, now we took fucking.
Well, they're the ones trying to get rid of Brown. Jaylen Brown wasn't. He didn't ask for a trade.
For Giannis, that's for Giannis. Like, why is that disrespectful?
It's not disrespectful. I'm just saying. See, what you're losing is, okay, they're still trying to trade him. Okay, so he's still out there trying to be traded. They didn't come back and say, okay, we didn't get Giannis, so hey, let's make up. They didn't do that. They're still got him out there on the trade market to see if they can get something for him.
Well, this is what he's worth the most right now. He just came off that season. The same thing that validated him is the same thing. It's the same thing with LaMelo. This was the first season that he went and played almost the whole season. He made some of the most threes in the NBA this year. Hey, this is the best time to get off him.
But
the most we can get off.
Can you mend that? I don't think you can. I just really don't think you can.
Man, damn, that's crazy. That people are really sensitive, man.
I don't really think you can.
Oh yeah, shout out to Caesar, man. These shirts we didn't even talk about. We're both wearing the same shirt. Got our sponsor
shirt. Icy Customs.
I'm so icy. We got to figure out. We got to figure out like some type of segment for it's so icy. But the one thing he wanted to have us talk about was like. Hey, like, cause they do things for insurance too, like, and you know what I mean. Like, you don't have to like just go. Like, you could go through your insurance and
get your car fixed,
but through them, just because they're not a recommended spot from some places and everything like that, they can always work it out through that insurance.
Right, and we send people over there all the time, and they love their work, man. And word of mouth, man. If somebody takes their car over there and gets it fixed because they're in an accident, and the insurance covers it, and they do a great job, then that person tells somebody else, and he has gotten business that way because we have recommended some of our friends, some of our people that I know, family and stuff like that. They go and they love him, and they've went back several times. So shout out to Caesar IC Customs.
Yeah. And then shout out to Precise Wash right there.
Precise Wash.
I'm gonna do two little video things. You know, the thing I'm gonna show it. You know what I mean? But yeah, we got to figure out segments for those guys, man. Of like something that makes sense. Like, you know what I mean? Like icy. Like, you know what I mean?
Icy. Well, we talk about like, hey, what's about this icy stuff or something?
I'm not into jewelry
like jewelry,
that.
but it doesn't be jewelry. But it's got to be icy. It could be flavorful. You know, something, what happened this week, you know, it could be, and we throw it into that segment.
Oh, the segments are like, I see something icy?
Yeah. So, you know, something like that. We'll throw it in there. We'll look during the week, and I'll say, hey, man, look, we'll talk about this for IC Customs.
Okay.
Make it icy, baby.
All right, man. Yeah, for sure. I'll write it out, man. I'll write something out. Anything else, man?
Nah, man, I ain't got nothing else for me.
If you want a moment on the map, you can go ahead and check out his new video on his Instagram. How he made it to the USFL.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk to you, not about that specifically, but you've been trying to broaden your horizon, you know, in this space of content creating and like putting yourself out there, man. What's been giving you the influence, you know, the motivation for that?
Just, man, you guys, man, and people, when people talk to me, because I never really talk about stuff like that. People don't know.
You do, but you don't go out of your way to do it. If someone starts talking to you, Dad, and you get comfortable, you will naturally.
Right, but I just don't go out and say, hey, guess what? You know, stuff like that, and that's not me. And people always ask me, man, and they don't, and that's why sometimes I guess I get frustrated with people when they say, oh, I don't have time or whatever it is. I'm like, motherfucker, you don't know what I went through just to fucking, you know what I'm saying? So my story that I have out now is it's 5 parts, and I got 3 parts out now, and it's how I made it to the USFL. And it's crazy, man, because it seemed like so many things, people kept throwing darts at me, and they would hit me, and then I'll just pull them out and just move forward. But it wasn't an easy way to go. And people think shit's easy all the time. Oh, what motherfucker play professional sports, whatever. Shit wasn't easy, man. The way I got there, and I have a few guys that'll tell you, like Scotty will tell you that, hey, how many times I got fucked, you know? And he and people, the team, when you have teammates saying, why ain't this dude playing? What's going on? He the hardest worker out here. He the best out here, but yet y'all playing this, they're doing this. And when you have teammates, especially defense, when your defense says that about you, that's a compliment. Mm-hmm. And I just throw those little stories out there, man, because I want people to understand. Sometimes you got to endure shit, and sometimes it's just not for you. You know, you could be the best at whatever, and you could be in the wrong situation. And we see it every now and then. Like, dang, that dude was not even playing on those 5 teams. The 6th team, he just happened to not quit, and now he's a star.
Yeah.
Because you look at Brunson. Brunson was playing with Dallas, you know, who nobody really heard about him, you know? And then all of a sudden, somebody gets hurt, steps up. He's a baller, man. It just depends on sometimes situations. Sometimes God has plans for you. And sometimes if you don't have the patience that God gives you, it's not going to happen. And that's why I always tell people, God, when you pray for things, God's going to send you things to help you. He's going to give you tools. And sometimes he's just not going to do it all for you, but he's going to give you the tools. And if you don't use those tools, it's not going to happen.
He's not going to give you the tools. He's going to give you the situation to become that thing that you want.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. With tools, and that's what I'm talking about. Not like tool, but he's going to give you all of that. And sometimes you got to figure it out. You know, he's going to give you that way. You're either going to figure it out or you're not. So that's why I'm doing that, man. I just want people to see, man, because people don't understand. They think things are easy. You know, when people make it to a certain level or do certain things, they don't realize how hard it is, you know. And like I said, it was something that I never was a kid and said, hey, Dad, I'm going to be a professional athlete. That was never my thing. My thing was, I got to get a scholarship so I can get my education because I know my parents can't afford it.
Yeah.
So with that, that's probably one of the main reasons. And I'll get tired of people saying, I'm so tired. I can't do this. I can't do that. I'm like, man, you know what? Try this and see for a job. You know
what?
Just how I had to do it from out, you know, to go do everything to get a job. That's getting a job when I played, you know, in the USFL.
Yeah.
To do all of that to get a job.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it just gives you a different disposition in life when people see that or hear it. Maybe they'll say, hey, you know what? Damn. It's not, hey, I need to work a little bit harder. I need to stop complaining about bullshit.
Yeah. No, I said leave them at the wayside. Not everybody can be great.
That's true. That's true.
I've had those experiences where I was trying to like drag someone, you know, and then again, like no one ever, you know, it's easier when you say like, you played in the NFL. So I think there's more credibility there. But I tell people like, bro, if you ever played like college sports, because it's different from high school, you know what I mean? Because high school is very easy. I didn't have to try that hard, you know, even though I did. And you get to see reap the benefits of that. But in college, everybody, you know, is pretty good, you know, and you're really fighting for a spot, you know what I mean? And then you have to push yourself, even you thought before, you got to even do it more, you know what
levels,
I mean?
Yeah.
And then that's why I try to tell people, I'm like, bro, you don't even like with working out or something like that, or like even with boxing and things like that, I'm like, bro, you don't even understand where my mind can go in certain aspects. And that's why I'm like, man, people shortchange it when I say I bring my athletic things or whatever. Because every now and then they go, how do you do that? Or what did it? And I'm like, bro, do you guys not get it for like let's just say college. We won't count high school, any of this shit in my whole life, whatever. But let's count that 4 years, 6 years, 5 years of me just sacrificing my body and my mind of just to baseball and just like training, running, exploding. And then now my easy is your hard. You get what I'm saying? Right. So like, even when I'm not, you know what I mean? Right. And it just trips me out, the mental capacity. And then like, so when I try to explain it to people and I can't, no matter how good I do it or bad, I just give up. I'm just like, okay, you know what? Like they will never get it. They'll never know.
Right.
And then like, so just fuck them. Like I don't care.
And that's what separates, like you said, the difference. And
I'm just like they don't get it. They don't get it.
And that's why where they're at and where, you know, and it's nothing against that, nothing wrong with it. It's just that, like, you know, just like you said, every level, and that's why I tell people every level was different. High school, you know, you don't teach. I never taught or coach my kids to be the best on the team. You need to be the best in the area. You need to be the best in that region. You need to be the best in that northern part of that state. You need to go down. Then you have to go to Southern California and be able to compete. You can't do that, man. Then you're not as good as you think you are, because those guys they play. And then you got to be able to go out of state and compete against the best. And if you can't compete against the best, then you're not what you think you are. Because you hear people say, "Oh, my son's this, my son." Okay, who are you competing against? You know, and just like, you know, it's in all sports, and we talk about it, but it's different levels, you know, and it depends on what level you are, because you got to look at it. Everybody, when you're at that different level, your mindset's going to be different than everybody's, and it's tough. And I used to bring that to work, and like I said, I used to expect people to do basic shit. And they couldn't even do basic shit.
Yep. And then that's when you have to humble yourself, and you can't expect things. You can't expect things from other people that you expect from yourself, because they're not you.
Right.
Yeah. So, anything else, man? I think that was it. I think we can end on that.
Yeah, we can end on that.
I think that was your message earlier, right
That's
there.
it.
You did that.
You got it.
All right, then, guys. Love you. Thanks for. We got the intro, got the song. Fred Sanford. Yabba dabba doo. Sing a song, come on.
That's the Fred Sanford song. See, now you used it in the right spot.
And we're out.
And we're out.
Mike, and Mike, and Mike. Coming through with the Father Son podcast. Skin color ain't the only thing that gonna contrast. Put each other on blast, but in the end we gon' laugh. Spitting game is the aim. Same, but different if you pick the name. Mike and Mike. Mike.